first one, Councilmember Debbie Lindsay Opal is going to read the proclamation, and we invite those down for the, that's why she was asked to do this, because I can't pronounce this. Amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS Awareness. People, are you here? Am I close? All right. We'd ask you to come down, and Ms. Opal will read the proclamation, and then if there's a spokesman for the group, we'll ask you to say a few words. And in the past, we've tried to let everybody, but sometimes the groups are so big, the time we get through, we've eaten up a lot of our day. So we're going to ask one person to be the spokesperson and speak on behalf of the group. So.
See, I was just double checking my homework. You know, so proud to have all of you here today. I know that there are some tremendous fighters in this group, and we really appreciate the opportunity to honor you and the journey that you're on, and to recognize today as Amyotrophic Lateral Sclerosis, ALS Awareness Month. May is Amyotrophic Lateral Sclerosis, ALS Awareness Month. ALS is also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. This month, the ALS community unites to make a collective effort to bring public attention to the ALS epidemic. Due to the debilitating effect, ALS has become a national concern. According to statistics, ALS now affects as many as 30,000 Americans. ALS patients, local governments, medical communities, educators, and advocates have come together to provide services and support for the ALS community in Corpus Christi. These organizations support one another's goals and objectives while recognizing each group's unique contributions to the community. Through their collaborative efforts, they strive to improve education, healthcare, employment, community awareness, and respite for individuals living with ALS disorders and their families.
Now, therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as the mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby proclaim May 2018 ALS Awareness Month in Corpus Christi, and urge all citizens in our community to push for greater understanding, inclusion, and a significant increase in funding for education, research, and support for those affected by ALS, and to send the message of hope for our children, families, and future generations. And I've signed it on May the 15th, and I'll give this to you and ask you to make a few comments.
Thank you, Joe. A little over a year ago, a friend of mine, a lady I met just quite surprisingly at...
Your name?
Oh, my name is Mary Ann Robert. Thank you. My father passed from ALS in 1994. And when I ran into a friend through nextdoor.com, I discovered she had lost her husband, Lionel. And we lost her in the meantime to cancer. So we continued this group. We started the ALS support group about a year and 2 months ago. And we've had since then 10 patients, and we have over 15 family members and caregivers involved. And this group has been so helpful to the families of anyone suffering from this insidious disease with no cause and no cure. But I knew that my dad and Falfurious would have loved to have a group like this. He didn't have that, and I see what good things are happening because of this group. And I wanted to mention that one of our CCPD officers, Albert Leal Jr., passed in March from this disease. And we've lost several other members, which is probably the hardest part of being involved with this group. We've become family, and we do meet every last Saturday of every month at the Galilean Lutheran Church on Cimarron Drive. And we welcome any family, friends, caregivers, and patients, of course, to join us. And we've done some statistics, and due to the number of ALS patients in this country, we ought to have about 30 members, 30 patients. And we've got 10, so we're looking for anybody out there who knows someone with ALS or is affected by it. And we're just really glad to proclaim this month, and would like to bring more and more awareness and education and help to anyone suffering from this debilitating disease. Thank you.
Well, thank you for all of your efforts, and we commend you for it. And don't give up the fight, and keep moving forward. And just you've got our support and prayers. And thank you very much. Let's give them a hand for the work they do. We kind of move around here and get a
Those people in the back. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Smile, everyone. Eyes open. Thank you.
All right, the next group that we're going to have here is Motorcycle Safety and Awareness Month, and Ms. Rubio. She has a mean bike. So if you're with the Motorcycle and Safety Awareness Month folks, if you'll come on down. You got them? Yeah, they're coming.
Yes, sir.
Are you the spokesperson?
Yes, sir.
All right.
My name is Gypsy. Very
Gypsy.
nice to meet
All
you.
right, well, good. Well, I'll give you this in a minute. And you can talk.
Yes, sir.
Well, Ms. Rubio is going to read the proclamation, and then we'll hear from the spokesman, Gypsy, in just a minute.
Well, good morning and welcome. My brother rides a Harley, so I'm always very concerned, with y'all's safety. So I'm glad we're doing this today. Motorcycle Safety and Awareness Month. Today's society is finding more citizens involved in motorcycling on the roads of our country. Unlike other vehicle drivers, motorcyclists are roughly unprotected and therefore more prone to injury or death in a crash. Campaigns have helped inform riders and motorists alike on motorcycle safety issues to reduce motorcycle-related risks, injuries, and most of all, fatalities through a comprehensive approach to motorcycle safety. It is the responsibility of all who put themselves behind the wheel to become aware of motorcyclists, regarding them with the same respect as other vehicles traveling the highways. It is the responsibilities of riders and motorists alike to obey all traffic laws and safety rules. We urge all citizens of our community to become aware of the inherent danger involved in operating a motorcycle, and for riders and motorists alike to give each other the mutual respect they deserve.
Now, therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as the mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby proclaim May 2018 Motorcycle Safety Awareness Month in Corpus Christi. Encourage all citizens to do their part to increase safety and awareness in our community, and keep your eyes open on the road to keep you and our motorcyclists safe. So, Gypsy, tell us a little bit about the group.
Good morning. My name is Gypsy. We would like to thank the mayor and the city council for representing May Motorcycle and Safety Awareness Proclamation here in Corpus Christi. May Motorcycle Awareness Campaign is a national campaign. So on behalf of the Coalition of Clubs and Independent Riders here of Region 8, home based out of Corpus Christi, we greatly appreciate the proclamation. I would also like to thank each and every rider that is here making a stand to the public to please look twice and stress to please stay off the cell phones. We are all someone's mother, father, daughter, son, brother, sister, and even grandparents. So please look twice, and look again. Our lives matter as well. We thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's get a picture back up, and I'll give you this proclamation.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, eyes were open.
Thank you, sir. Good to see you. Thank you, sir. All right, our next proclamation is for Older Americans Month. So to do this one, I'm calling on Ben Molina, one of our older members of the council.
How are you? Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you doing?
All right, all right.
Hi, Lisa.
Hey, hello.
Good to see
Thank
you.
you, ma'am.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Ben.
How's it going? Good, good, good. Good. How are you?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going? Hi, how's it going? How are you? Thank you. How are you doing? Morning.
Councilman Ben Molina is going to help us with this one.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank God for our elderly people here. They speak so much into our lives, into my life. They have the experience. They know better. I'll admit it. I was talking to them down here. The City of Corpus Christi includes countless older Americans who enrich and strengthen our community. The City of Corpus Christi is committed to engaging and supporting older adults, their families, and caregivers. We acknowledge the importance of taking part in activities that promote physical, mental, and emotional well-being, no matter what your age, and can enrich the lives of individuals of every age by promoting home and community-based services that support independent living. Involving older adults in community planning, events, and other activities, and providing opportunities for older adults to work, volunteer, learn, lead, and mentor. Thank you all.
Now therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby proclaim May 2018 Older Americans Month in Corpus Christi and urge every resident to take time during this month to recognize older adults and the people who serve them as vital parts of our community. And we thank you for what you do, and there's a lot of us in that age group, so we want y'all to be nice to us. So we'll get a picture here, and
Thank you, Mayor.
My name is Lisa Oliver with the Parks and Recreation Department, and we're here to also thank the city for acknowledging Older Americans Month in addition to being an age-friendly community. So the residents have an opportunity to enjoy programming at senior centers or volunteer opportunities to remain engaged through the Senior Companion Program and also the Retired and Senior Volunteer Program, in addition to providing services for healthy nutrition as well. So again, thank you all.
Well, thank you and all of you for what you do. Oh, let me give you this. It's kind of bunch up here.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Rudy's coming up to tell you. Here he is.
All right, our next proclamation is the Salvation Army Week. Salvation Army folks, come on down. Here, I'll introduce you. You got this? You got it. How you doing? Good to see you. All right, Councilman Garza is going to help me with the Salvation Army.
Thank you, Mayor. Good morning, everybody. It's indeed my pleasure to be able to read this proclamation, as the Salvation Army is at the top of my list of organizations I donate to on the Coastal Bend Day of Giving in October, so I appreciate the work you do. National Salvation Army Week. The City of Corpus Christi works closely with the Salvation Army of the Coastal Bend on issues facing homeless families and veterans of our community. During National Salvation Army Week, the Salvation Army will host several events to include the Youth Recognition Banquet on May the 16th, a Veterans Appreciation Luncheon on May the 18th, and a free family carnival to be held on May 20th. The goal of this proclamation is to enhance awareness on how the Salvation Army provides service to thousands of men, women, and children, and veterans annually in the Coastal Bend area, and to show our appreciation for their unending dedication.
Now therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as the mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby proclaim May 14 through 20, 2018 as National Salvation Army Week in Corpus Christi, and encourage our citizens to recognize the needs of the homeless and support the Salvation Army in its mission to serve our families and veterans. They do a great job, and we appreciate it very, very much. And I'll give you an opportunity to brag a little bit.
Thank you, Your Honor, and distinguished members of the council. It is my honor to stand with this group of people who stand before y'all today. These are the real miracle workers in Corpus Christi for the Salvation Army. These are our employees and volunteers. Coach Street from Murray High School is here with us. They make what we do in the Salvation Army happen here in Corpus Christi, and we could not do it without these people. And it's not a job for them. It is a passion for every member who stands up for here. When they come to work in the morning, it's with a designed purpose, and that they are passionate about what they do in their daily work. And so we're so grateful that we get to be here and share off. So please give a round of applause to these people, because they are the ones who make everything happen. I can't mention everyone by name, but they're great. And I just want to also thank the city and the council for partnering with the Salvation Army to help alleviate poverty and to help take care of our veterans with the supportive funding and just the partnership that we've had over the years. And we are so grateful for each of you, for all you do in supporting the Salvation Army and helping us do the most good for Corpus Christi. Thank you.
Well, thank you. They do a great job. Let's get a picture. The council's going to get this right here before the day's over with.
Mr. Hunter? Smile. Eyes open. Thank you. You don't want this, right? She's got her copy.
Who?
Paulette. Let's do it.
All right. Councilmember Wahardo is going to help me with this one. It's the Dr. Hector P. Garcia and Dr. Clotilde P. Garcia, GI Forum Chapters of Texas Stand Up for Veterans 7th Annual Scholarship Awards Banquet Proclamation. So come on down. Uh-oh. Alex is in timeout. He doesn't have a hat. Huh? Oh, all right. I thought maybe you were in timeout and that's your penalty for being a bad guy. Okay. Ms. Wahardo is going to help us with a proclamation here.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here because as Mrs. Veith, Joan here, has invited me, and I'm on this committee, so it is really an honor to be here and read this to you this morning. The American GI Forum of the United States was organized for the purpose of protecting the rights of the men and women who served in the United States Armed Forces. Founder Dr. Hector P. Garcia and the founding members of the American GI Forum provided in the initial leadership that guided the American GI Forum's success in serving the needs of such men and women. Through its motto, "Education is our freedom, and freedom should be everybody's business," the American GI Forum is committed to a greater America through the educational process. The American GI Forum has remained true to its commitment and mission through 70 years of service to our veterans and their families.
Now, therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as the mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby proclaim May the 17th, Dr. Hector P. Garcia and Dr. Clotilde P. Garcia, American GI Forum Chapters of Texas Stand Up for Veterans 7th Annual Scholarship Awards Banquet Day in Corpus Christi, and urge all citizens in our community to recognize the efforts of the GI Forum and their contributions to our community and to the nation. So thank you very much. Are you going to be the spokesman?
Yes. I'm Moses Estrada, commander of Dr. Hector P. Garcia, American GI Forum, founder chapter. And we come here to announce our 7th annual award banquet and stand up for veterans this coming Thursday at 6:30 p.m. at the Holiday Inn downtown. But I want to share some of my time to John White. Okay, John White.
Thank you. I'm the commander of the Dr. Cleo Garcia GI Forum. I wear many hats. Most of you know how I back the flu. But we're going to have an excellent banquet this year. I'm not going to tell you all of the honorees, but one of them you know pretty well. So you'll be surprised to see some of our honorees. And I'd like for you to move over. Come here, Paulette. Because this is one of my newest members. And guess what? She has to mind me when we have meetings.
That's right.
But I'm very thankful for our members. Alex Garcia is my treasurer, and I have some other members that are not here. But all of you try to come to our banquet. We have one every year, We give scholarships. We're giving 2 to veterans. We have given veterans before. One of them was one of our greatest men in blue. So I'm very proud of what we do. We do not keep any of our money. It all goes right back to giving scholarships. So when we go out to eat, we pay for our own. Once in a while, he'll splurge, but only if there's a couple of us. But please come if you can. It's very hard when you pick scholarship winners, because to me, they're all deserving. I'm the scholarship chair. But it's so rewarding. When you have the banquet and you look at all those scholarship recipients, Joe, it warms your heart. And I like to think that maybe one day, I won't be here to see it, but wouldn't it be great if one of our recipients became president of our United States? I think it would be great. So we thank everyone that supports us. We thank you for the proclamation. And we thank my members who have been so helpful. And be sure and come, because you're going to be surprised at the people that are honored this year. Maclovia Pettis is going to be our MC, and he's a hoot, so you need to come and have a lot of fun with us and eat some and then listen to our speakers. Thank you.
Give him a hand.
There, you guys. Okay, everyone ready? 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, got you. Okay, this is going to be Everett. Yeah, and then after that is the oaths and stuff.
Okay. All right, our next proclamation is the Bike to Walk and School Day. Oh, back to work. Back to work, not back to work, bike to work and school day. So, all right, I'm not going to ask you to raise your hands, but how many of you rode your bikes to work this morning? Don't raise your hand, I don't want to know. Elizabeth rode hers. She left at 3 o'clock this morning to get here. Our new councilman, Mr. Roy, is going to help us with this one. Are we taxing these bicycles?
Good afternoon. First of all, I'd like to say that if you see me biking from Cal Allen down to my office on Staples, and if I've stopped right around Annaville, please pick me up. The bicycle is an economical, healthy, convenient, and environmentally sound form of transportation, and an excellent tool for recreation and enjoyment of Corpus Christi's scenic beauty. Safer bicycle infrastructure will enhance access to essential goods and services, as well as offer low-impact fitness opportunities for all members of our community. 50% of our healthcare costs are generated by obesity-related conditions. The Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, has identified enhanced bicycle and pedestrian mobility as critical to decreasing dependence on personal vehicles and maintaining our air quality attainment status. 70% of the respondents surveyed during the creation of the city's bicycle mobility plan agreed with the vision of Corpus Christi as a place where walking and bicycling are integral to community culture. It represents safe mobility and recreation options for residents and visitors of diverse abilities. Bike Texas, Texas Healthy Community Coalition, League of American Bicyclists, schools, parks, and recreation departments, police departments, public health districts, hospitals, companies, and civic groups locally and around the country will be promoting bicycling during the month of May 2018.
Now therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as the mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby proclaim Bike to Work School Day, May 18th, 2018 in Corpus Christi, and encourage all citizens to join in this observance and ride a bicycle. So, are you the spokeslady for the group?
So.
All right. Well,
Absolutely. I'm Misty Kesterson, and I teach at Texas A&M. I'm a professor in the kinesiology department, and you know, one of the things that we teach is for people to be physically active and healthy, and we believe that this mobility plan that the MPO has put together is something that's important. I'm going to give that to you. That is something that's important to create a culture of healthy, active transport to work and to school, and so that is something that we really want to encourage our residents to be active and to walk to work, to bike to work. And so Friday is Bike to Work Day, and so we want to thank you for proclaiming this that day.
glad to do it. Thank you very much. All right. Let's gather around the bicycle and we'll get a picture.
Okay, 1, 2. Okay. Smiling, everyone. Eyes open. Thank you.
All right, I'd like to call a couple of folks down that have been willing and offered to serve on some of our boards and commissions so they can get sworn in. And if they would, Connie Bowen on the Animal Care Advisory Committee and Hillary Davis, the Building Code Board of Appeals. Are one or both of you here? Oh, they're not here? Oh,
No,
they're here.
she's
Oh, okay,
there.
here they come. Okay. Good. We're glad you're here. How are you? Nice to see you. Fine. Hi, how are you? Well, we're glad you're here and your willingness to serve on our board of commissions. And so I'm going to read you the oath of office. And if you'll repeat after me, I'm going to say aye, and then I'll stop and you say your name, and then you'll repeat after me. And we'll get you sworn in, and then there she is over there. If you'll see her, she'll check you in and get you lined up with the big paychecks and everything you get for serving on a board or commission.
Can we ask for a raise?
You could ask for a raise, sure. All right, raise your hand. I
Hillary Davis.
do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of a member
the duties of a member
of the board to which I have been appointed
of the board to which I have been appointed
and upon which I am about to enter,
and upon which I am about to enter,
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution and laws of the United States
the Constitution and laws of the United States
and of this state
and of this state
and of this city,
and of this city,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Well, congratulations, and thank you for your willingness to serve. Appreciate it. Thank you. And go by and we'll get a picture right here with the, I think that's one of the best swearing-in ceremonies we have. You could hear them. All right.